Hello, all of you. I am so excited today to talk to you about something that's really special in my heart, and I think every South African boy and girl loves to go to a farm. We are so blessed in this country that we have quite a few farmers here in our country, and we are able to sometimes visit family, or you might visit a farm that was set up with farm animals, and it's just such a wonderful, exciting day out of the city and out of everyday's busyness. But now let's get to our story for today. This is not a lesson where you actually have to work or do a worksheet afterwards. Isn't that so cool? But we are just going to introduce all these things that we are going to learn this week. We are going to learn about farm animals. Last term we learned about the farm animals, and we looked at their products. We looked at all the dairy products, for instance, and those are all the things that you can make out of milk, right? So, but here are some of the farm animals. We've got a rooster there and two hens either side. This is a farm in the Karoo, I would suppose, with sheep. And there's a donkey, there's a pig, and also part of what we are going to look at this week is to name the farm animals according to male, female, and their young. Their young, when I say they're young, I'm actually talking about their babies. So yeah, we have ducks. The male of a duck is a drake. The female of a duck is a gander. And the baby of a duck is a duckling. And as you can see, this is just a picture over here with a lot of farm animals. There's a cow, there's a bull. Over here we see cattle. Okay, the collective name for cows and bulls and calves is cattle. The male is a bull. The female is a cow. And the young or the baby is a calf. And then over here, we're going to look at the chickens, right? Under chickens, we get the male is a rooster, the female is a hen, and the baby is a chick. Then we get the pigs. For the pigs, the male is the boar, the female is the sow, and the baby is the piglet. And here's the goats. For the goats, we have a ram, a ewe, and a kid. Now, if you have visited on a farm before, you know how excited you get when you see people do certain activities, specifically more so when it involves the animals. Now, this story is about what the children did on the farm when they visited grandmother and grandfather on the farm. So I want you to listen carefully, because it's just a fun thing that we are doing today, listening to a story. The name of our story is A Rodeo on the Farm. The grandchildren are visiting grandfather and grandmother on the farm. At milk time, they follow grandfather to the stable. The girls have little tin mugs. There's a little tin mug here. And grandfather, when he milked the cow, he actually squirted the milk right into their little tin mugs like that. Everybody would get a few sips in their mug, and they could drink it. Nice warm milk from the udder of the cow. Not so the boys. The boys pulled up their noses. They were too good for that. They didn't want to drink from the cow's udder, as if they didn't know that milk comes from the udder of the cow. In any case, they are going to do something different. They are going to do the milking themselves and squeeze the milk directly into their mouths. Grandpa smiles. He knows what it takes to milk a cow. The children put the fodder into the trough. Now the fodder is the food that the cow eats while it's getting milked. The cow eats this while they are being milked. Grandfather ties the cow's hind legs with a leather milking strap and puts down the milking stool and bucket. Now, if grandfather didn't tie the hind legs of the cow, then that cow could actually lift its leg and just dump it into the bucket while he's busy milking him. Right, who's first? He asks. Me, the boys shouted together, one after the other. They tried to milk the cow. You have given us an empty cow to milk, grandfather, the boys complain. Here's no milk in this udder. Grandfather laughs, sits down on the stool and milks without any effort a whole bucket full. The boys just shake their heads. Why don't you boys rather go and make sure the calves don't get to the cows and drink all the milk, says grandfather. So the boys run to the camp where the calves are. What about a rodeo, guys? One like the cowboys have, shouts Danny, and grabs a calf by the tail. The calf kicks and Danny almost lands on his buttocks. Ride him, Danny, ride him, his little brother shouts. Just like a real cowboy in the movies, Danny jumps onto the calf's back. Suddenly, the calf just stands still. Danny puts his one hand up to show that he has won. Ha! Just then the calf starts kicking and bucking and Danny flies through the air. Oh my goodness. Shame. That is quite a thing. He falls down, his face in a pat of dung. Yo! Can you imagine? The girls split their sides laughing. Can you imagine that? Poor Danny. Maybe we should get him an exercise bicycle, teases Pippi. Danny is angry. I bet you won't stay on for 5 seconds. Bet, says Pippi. She jumps onto the calf's back and clings to its neck like a net. Danny counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. The calf kicks and turns and tries everything to get rid of this thing on its back. But Pippi hangs on. When Danny says 20, she jumps off. So, Danny Cowboy, what do you say now? Remember that I'm in the show jumping team. There isn't much difference between a calf and a horse. And that's all for now. This is just a fun story to make you a little bit more excited of our theme for the week, which is farm animals. And we are going to continue to study and look at all the different kinds of farm animals that we have and what we call the male, the female, and their young. Let's just quickly go over these words again. Chickens. For chickens, we have a rooster, a hen, and a chick. Pigs. For pigs, we have a boar, a sow, and a piglet. Goats. For goats, we have a ram, a ewe, and a kid. Cattle. For cattle, we have a bull, a cow, and a calf, just like the rodeo. And then over there we have the ducks, the drake, the gander, and the duckling. Right, I hope you enjoyed the story, and I cannot wait to teach you a little bit more about our farm animals for the rest of this week. Bye for now.